Cancerian. So this is going to be a general love reading. Timeline is the timeline. So what might be somebody's present might be somebody else's future or past. Take it as it resonates. Take what resonates. Leave what does not. Reverse energies as you see fit. All right. Remember that. So let's take a look at what's happening with our Cancerian collective. Show me Cancerians, please. Also, kindly like, share, and subscribe my videos. Show some engagement. That's how you tell me that you resonate with these videos and that it makes sense to you, right? And that's how you add your energy to my collective as well. So I might be able to pick up on your stories. That is to say, if you show some engagement. Yes? Let's try and remember that, shall we? Let's see what's happening with our Cancerian collective. In the recent past, the lessons you've learned, Eight of Swords. Okay. You're telling me if it's too confusing, if it gets me into my head, what am I supposed to do with it? If it's too confusing, if it's not trying to make itself known about where it wants to go, what it wants to have, if it can't even communicate in a way that makes sense to me, then what's the point of it all? That's the lesson that's very prominent from your past connections or ongoing connections too. That could also be the case. But it has been an ongoing lessons for some of you that if somebody talks confusing, it means they're confused. That's it. You don't need to excuse them for, oh, because they had childhood trauma, that's why they did this or that or the other. No, it's not your business. You have your own traumas to take care of. Let's try and pay attention to those. Let's not pay attention to other people's business. It's not yours. Okay? And that's me being harsh, but hey, I'm here to care for you. That's why. Eight of Swords. Confusing communication. Don't know what they want. Don't know where this is going. Even if I ask questions, I receive answers that makes me more confused. I'm in my head all the time. What we are doing here? What are we doing here? I'm so confused. I'm so anxious. I want answers. And even if I get answers, I want more answers. It should not be like that confusing. A good relationship doesn't leave you that confused, honey. The current situation is the magician. So you're manifesting something here, or somebody is manifesting something here. I don't know what. I feel like I pay attention to that particular sword here. So which means the clarity of thought, that's what you might be manifesting for some sort of sign or communication that will tell you the truth. It's like you're trying to manifest and bring forward some sort of communication or some sort of truth that you want to analyze for yourself here because you're too much into your head, or you were, and you wanted to consolidate on those mental thoughts. Sagittarius had the King of Swords in the same placement, so you might want to check this out. They had a great reading actually. That learned some lessons as well. The King of Swords. So you are telling me you are somebody who's very logical. You want answers. So something left you confused up in your head, and you don't like that. You want answers because air signs, anybody who's a air dominant, you're telling me you are with the King of Swords, want answers on everything. It's like too much of my feelings because you being a water sign, honey, you sometimes get emotionally involved so much so that you don't pay attention to the logical reality about what's actually happening and what's actually being communicated to you. Sometimes we water signs have this tendency to get lost to feelings. I'm a Scorpio sun. Hey, I'm prone to that as well. All right. Let's just keep that in mind. I'm here with you. So you're telling me you're trying to understand the logical facts. You're taking a good look at the facts, and you're doing so with a very strong mind, keeping your heart out of it. Like I'm looking at the communication, I'm looking at what they say, what they do, and that gives me a lot of insight as to what is happening here in this situation. So you're taking matters into your own hand. That's fascinating, actually. That's Gemini Mercury card. So Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo. They are water signs, sister signs. Sorry, they're sister signs, not water signs. The sun is somebody surrounding you. They're telling me they feel warm with you. They feel happy with you. It feels very far away from you. It's not near to you. That's what it feels like. You're showing me very active sort of coldness, and they're showing me a lot of warmth. So I don't think this is spreading out to you. This is somebody else far from you. Even if they are close by, even if they're a friend, they're not in your energetic vicinity right now. It's like they're right about at the precipice of your door. They haven't just touched your doorbell yet, you know but they understand what their happiness is, though. They understand what makes them happy. They understand what their what makes them feel warm, welcomed, appreciated. They go where their happiness takes them, and they have a healthy sense of that understanding, you know. The Two of Pentacles is the source of attraction here. Okay, so you're telling me, what is the point of attraction? Is the attraction mutual? You're confused. Even you're confused about the mutual point of attraction. Is this person attracted to me? Or is that, maybe they might be thinking that, like, is that Cancerian attracted to me? That could also be the case. We'll take a look at that, honey. It's confusing. It's at a confusing space. The Justice is in your strength. You're telling me you're into balance, you're into harmony, you're into karma, understanding that justice begins with the self. You show yourself karma, as a result you show other people karma as well. You show yourself balance, that's how you show other people balance as well. Okay, you're into fairness, that's your strength. The Ten of Pentacles is in your obstacles, so that could go two ways. The first thing I got in my mind is that, is this going to be a long term thing? Because I am here building an empire for myself. I have goals, I have places I want to reach. So if somebody does not make it known what their goals are and whether they are going to be here for a long time, not just a short time, having fun time and that's it, then they got to make it known. Otherwise, what are we doing here? Just wasting each other's time, or filling a place in their life until the next comes around, right? We don't want that. That's what you're telling me. And for others of you, there's already a community that's attached to you, and so something established that's attached to you, and that proves to be an obstacle. A way of living, that could also be the case. It's not just necessarily another commitment, that could be the case. Another relationship, that could be the case. Another marriage, that could be the case. But it could also be a belief system, a way of life, like, these are my goals and I'm not gonna make space for anything else. And that's proving to be an obstacle, you know. Okay, what's in the near future is the Three of Cups. So a little bit of emotional connection with somebody here, connecting with people, places, situations that actually makes us happy, that makes us feel celebrated. We are connecting with somebody here. It pleases us, actually. It really does. That Three of Cups is your card, honey. So I feel like it does please us. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles. So somebody is going to communicate to the other person, or somebody here specific, a friend, basically. I don't know if it's a starting structure or it's an established friend, but it pleases us to connect with them. It's within our wheelhouse of, understand. They basically come in under our sense of self-worth, values. They have similar values, or they match up to our values. So it's like, I know I deserve this, and so I connect to this person because they understand my worth as well. So, okay, we'll take a look at that. Let's see the Eight of Swords for you. Show me the Eight of Swords for Cancerian Collective. Show me the Eight of Swords for Cancerians. Show me the Eight of Swords for Cancerians. Death, Fool, and the Hierophant. Oh my God, that's... Thank you. Thank you for making it so easier for me. Look at this. The Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers, the Judgment. So there was something, a strong connection. It triggered a lot of thoughts in you, honey. It kept you in your head. You were in your head about what you were doing with it, what it was doing it with you, what it was trying to achieve with you. And you were like, you know what? This is too confusing. You put an end to that confusion and you opened yourself up back to your values, the Hierophant, your higher self. You've been living through your values ever since. That's the long and short of it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, my higher self tells me that anything confusing is not right for me. And anything confusing is not worth this much effort. If it remains confusing, if it wants to remain elusive, doesn't want to explain itself, doesn't want to make itself known, doesn't want to, assuage my confusing thoughts and my doubts, then what good is it, right? At some point in time, your higher self kicked in. We have Scorpio, strong Scorpio energy as well, Libra too, and Taurus here. Fool is basically Aries or Aquarius. Excuse any background noise. But ever since that, you've been taking a chance on everything and anything that actually is based on your values, your innermost values that dictate your life, about your sense of right and wrong. I give myself permission to do this, and I give myself permission to do that. So you finally ended a strong chapter in your life of confusion, something that was confusing, and you opened yourself up to a new world, a new era of your time. I don't know how past that was. It might be upcoming future too, or it might be your present. So put in the comments. I would love to know. Is I didn't I tell you that? See, I honey, sometimes I just pay attention to things. I'm intuitive. I know it. That I did tell you that I was paying attention to that sword in that magician's hand. Something about the truth, something about your logical reality, right? Looking at the facts, and this is the web that's so jumbled and manipulative, and that Ace of Swords is going to cut through any sort of jumbles. It's going to trump any sort of Eight of Swords or Nine of Swords shit. You see? So you're telling me that you're trying to manifest some sort of truth, and through that truth, you understand that this is who I am, this is who I'm supposed to be, right? Right now, I see this Empress as you. We'll take a look at if this is somebody else too. I don't feel like that though. I feel like you're trying to manifest through your mind right now, and you're trying to act through your mind right now. And through that, you're actually moving towards being an empress, believe it or not. A self-fulfilled individual, a complete human in and of your own right. You don't need anybody. You want people around you, but you don't need them. Like, I don't need you to survive. I will thrive regardless. I'm productive, I'm generous, I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm nurturing. I am love. That's what I was saying to Sagittarius as well. But you have been taking action in your best interest ever since, and you're telling me that you love it. You've been acting through your mind, that clarity of mind. You're trying to actually, you know what you're trying to do. It's like you might, everybody, it's a life universal experience. Everybody, thinks that, oh, I'm gonna take action through my values, and I'm gonna keep doing it till the end of my life, right? That's how they set out of home, right? Thinking that I will just buy a lipstick. I'll go to the Sephora and I'll just buy a lipstick. Okay. And then we go to the Sephora and we buy, okay, I saw a foundation, and then I saw that particular thing that I was so crazy about, that body mist. I really wanted that. I just came in here for a lipstick, but I'm now distracted by three other things. It's kind of like that. But you're telling me that what you're trying to do here is that you are trying to will it from your mind. That no, keep the eyes on the prize, keep the eyes on the prize. You don't want that. We just came here for the lipstick. We're gonna get the lipstick, and we're gonna be going back. All right, we're gonna be going back home. We don't want those things. We never came for those things. All right, this is what I want, this is who I am. Let's try to focus on that and refocus. It's like as soon as the distractions come up, you try to refocus yourself as soon as possible. You're willing it within yourself. So you have a very strong spiritual energy and mind to you. And I'm actually borderline, intimidated as well as inspired by you. So tell me how to do it. I would love to know. The Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Okay, so what? You're showing me some sort of caution. Wait, let me see the sun. Show me the sun first for the person that's surrounding you. It looks to me like you're trying to, sidestep some sort of like, that took, that instigated my passion, but it could be distracting though. So I'm gonna sidestep that. There was a reason I said that, and now I'm seeing that here explained in this particular sense. The moon, the Nine of Wands, the Magician. Oh, so I got the picture here. Let's do the Two of Pentacles as well, because why not, right? Let's get the whole picture done. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Show me the Two of Pentacles for you, for the mutual attraction here. Show me the Two of Pentacles for the mutual attraction. I mean, that's very hard for me to believe that somebody is into in and out behavior, but there's a lot of depth to it. I know that you're not, nobody is into an in and out behavior, but that's why you were into that. That's why. See, it's not that difficult, honey. All right, so King of Swords, Hanged Man, Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords. So it's like a jump scare reaction for you, like it's a reflex for you, involuntary reflex for you, knee jerk reaction to this particular person. This person came towards you in some way, shape, or form, or maybe did. I don't know. You might have been in the same community as them. You're telling me your passion still, you still feel attracted to them in certain ways, not your heart. You're not talking about your heart, honey. You're talking about your passion here. So there are parts of you that are still attracted to this particular person that's surrounding you, but you know that it's not good for you. You understand that. You have a very strong sense of knowledge about that attraction as well, and you know how to sidestep those things. It's like, yes, I'm gonna acknowledge those thoughts, but also I'm gonna avoid thinking about that. I'm gonna avoid ruminating on that. Let's not think about that so much, right? I'm not trying to think about that. I'm gonna temper it. I'm gonna let time pass. I know when to think about it. I know when to not think about it. And you're telling me you're trying to be very passive about it. You're not trying to think about this person, let your thoughts ruminate over them. To a somebody here, there is somebody here specific that's surrounding you, and what's surrounding you is the sun, the moon. That's divinity. Oh god, that's two major arcana. That's such a you know rare combination to see in tarot: divine feminine and the divine masculine. So they're telling me that you are the sun to the moon, or you are their moon to the sun. But there's an unhealthy sense of dependency, like they need you to feel bright, to shine bright, like how the sun how the moon depends on sun's light to shine, right? It's kind of like that. Like I depend on, especially since you've told me that you have so much fire for this person. It means that they depended on your fire, because sun is also fire, so they depended on your fire to shine upon them. But there were a lot of blockages attached to them. you know they did not want to put in the effort to manifest you back. you know Nine of Wands to the Magician, they have that ability to manifest this thing full on, with full strength. They have the same magician that you do. you know they have the same capacity that you do, but they won't do it. They block it. They block that spiritual energy in them that's natural to them, and they would like to manifest you into the reality, but they don't want to do it. I know once upon a time you saw an end goal with this person, that you could have had everything with this person. The Two of Pentacles is in the mutual attraction, the Hermit, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. You're telling me you tried to give this situation a lot of healing, because you thought they loved you as well. You felt that they loved you, even if it was not spoken of, because the Hermit is cloaked here. So I feel like there was a lot that was not spoken here, but it was felt on both sides, and you thought that they were feeling it too. And so one day we communicated about it, and we got a very strong response that was contrary to what you had thought you would hear, right? That brings me to the point of Eight of Swords. Confusing answers, bullshitting somebody. I'm in here today, I'm gone tomorrow. I say that I will show up, but I'll tell you through actions that I'm not actually showing up. It's actually you doing all the work, and I depend on you to do all the work. Do you understand? In the right mind, in the right sense, the sun moon combination is actually very healthy. The light, the dark aspects. You both complement each other. You both fit each other like gloves. But you're also independent from each other. You don't bog each other down in all the unhealthy manners. But here I feel like it was unhealthy because of the surrounding cards. So it was always up in the air about the situation. You never knew what. Yep. You understand that it's an unhealthy attachment, whatever this is. Let's see the justice here. But you love this person. You really did love this person, and it hurt your heart. You try to show this person healing, to show the situation healing, more patience. If that's what you need, what do you need? Let's heal this together, except only I am healing this situation. Only I am the one who's communicating and taking action through love, acting through love. I'm trying to remain in the moment, live in the moment, be in the flow of things, go with the flow. But where is this flow going to reach? Because I'm confused about that. You can only be so much in the flow of things that one day you just stop and you recognize that, okay, where are we going? Where are we landing? This was a bad shuffle. Tell you that. Let's shuffle again. Yeah, they made you feel like a broken empress, honey. They made you feel like you were using your powers in all the wrong ways, for all the wrong reasons and the wrong people, places, situations. It was not necessarily serving you well. Let's see the justice card. You're telling me fairness. I want equal give and take. If I give in 10, I deserve 10 in return as well. Otherwise, what are you doing here? Why are you wasting my time? That's why you're insisting on justice here. Look at that. And now this is healthy healing. Look at this. You're telling me I want the it offer. Yeah, that's the seven of swords, the two of pentacles. You're trying to avoid that altogether. You're not trying to be attracted to this person. There's some parts of you that still is attracted to this person, still is attracted to that in and out behavior because you felt like there was love between you two. And probably they did feel that once upon a time, and they might have felt. But if they don't recognize it, if they don't speak to it, if they don't act to it, what are you going to do? Make them? You're going to have to walk, all right? You're going to have to decide for yourself whether you want to keep in hanging in that situation or not. Justice, Ace of Pentacles, Hermit, Six of Wands. I need you to stick to the new beginning thought process here. You are telling me that you want new offers, new offer in love, something you can take confidence in, something that is healed, that you don't have to do the work on, right? I don't want a next project. I want somebody who's healed, who knows themselves, who's introspective about what they're doing, what they're wanting with me, right? Who can go within and speak to themselves, and as a result tell me what they're doing with me as well, something I can take confidence in, something that's fair and I can confidently say that it's fair. And ps, it shows up in the real world through actions, through intention, through patience, through healing. Somebody's presence that will make me feel like safe enough to heal myself and to explore things with them as well. you know I want a mixture of passion, reality, spirituality, and it should feel correct. It should feel right when I choose it, when I say yes to it. It should feel right to me, not just coming from my ego. No, it should feel spiritually correct and balanced. You see? Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is in the obstacles here. Let's see that. Let's see what that is. Show me the Ten of Pentacles for Cancerian Collective in the obstacles. Show me the Cancerian Collectives. Ten of Pentacles in the obstacle. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you too set in your ways? For some of you, let's not try to label things about this is how it should be, this is how it should approach me, this is how it should talk to me. Anything else means it's wrong. I'm not gonna entertain it. Sagittarius had something similar as well. So I might want you to check theirs out as well. Your idea of commitment and how it looks like, with the Hierophant, what your values are. I feel like this person, whatever this new person is or love is outside your comfort zone. And that's why your values, the Hierophant, that moved you on from a confusing situation, you got so, I told you that you were trying to redirect yourself to those values constantly, like, no, this is what I want, no, this is what I want. You got to that point where you were naturally blocking anything that was actually good as well. I know, I understand that things are a lot of things are distracting in nature, but a lot of things are actually the tip of something new that you could potentially have for yourself. Like, this could work for you. It's from the universe, right? Hey, Cancerians, You could love this particular foundation. It would be good for your skin. Your skin would love it more than your previous one. But if you don't look at it like that, if you look at it like a distraction, or that it's just my money being wasted, or I'm just being distracted, or that's a lack of commitment on my part, then it's going to be that. And then you're going to block any good opportunity. So let's not try to stick to a resume of things. Like if somebody wakes up at 11 a.m., that means they're bad because I wake up at 8. So my value is waking up at 8 and going to work by 11, and they just woke up at 11. Huh. No, ain't no way we are going to be together. That's against my values. No, no, no. Let's not try and do that. Let's try and not do that. Let's take some time out and go easy on those thoughts and beliefs. You've got so much founded and grounded in yourself and in your own being and values that you're probably borderline coming off way too strong, and not too lenient. You don't know when to hang back and give people space to express themselves and to try on new things. If you want new, you want to have to explore new, right? And that means new, something that you're not used to, right? It's like I want new, but I don't want to explore new arenas. I would like to explore the old arenas. That's not how you do it. If you want new, you're going to have to be open to new. Allow it to express itself. Free of, yep. Otherwise, it's gonna be disappointing. You're gonna open yourself up to the same old, same old. That's what I'm telling you here. You're telling me that Knight of Swords again, that you're using your knight again with that perspective of, no, this is who I am, and I stand tall in that, and I'm gonna balance up with those people who share exactly the same values. But the thing is, honey, they would probably, on an upfront, they would try to people please you, because that's how you attract people pleasers, right? With that strong energy, you just attract people pleasers that will say, oh, you like pineapple on pizza? Yeah, me too, me too. Even if I don't like that, I will say, me too, me too. That's the kind of people you'll attract. If you're that strong willed, you deserve somebody who's strong willed as well. Even if they look a bit different. I'm not saying go completely wild and they are from Mars and you're from Venus. No, don't do that. But let's try and be practical, that nobody is the same as you. And let's try to balance with that perspective with people. Otherwise, it's going to end up being a regretful decision that you ever tried or dated with that dated person, and you're going to repeat that same cycle of, meeting the same people in different skins, in different resumes, right? Let's not try and do that. Let's try to go easy on our standards of, not just not, I'm not saying standards, that basic human decency is wrong. No, I'm saying like they got to be this tall, or they got to be this fair skinned, or they got to be, I don't know, earning 100K a year. I don't know. It's kind of like that. Let's not try and put labels to that. They got to love the same things I love. Otherwise, what's the point, right? How can I spend my whole life with them? No, let's try to temper that expectations. Those expectations are not necessarily good for us. And it's going to keep us meeting same people in different faces over and over again, ending up in disappointments about why you did what you did. Yep, let's remember what our boundaries are, and let's try and be a bit loose on what can be compromised on. Healthy love is a balance between compromises as well as keeping our boundaries. Let's try and remember 5 to 7 non-negotiables for us, you know and rest is, well, depends on the situation, right? The Empress, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to be more lenient with ourselves. And if somebody makes us feel broken, if somebody does not make us feel empowered, then that's a no-go as well. Let's try and remember that as well, because I could flip this around in that sense as well, this obstacle position, that if somebody makes you step out of your comfort zone so much so that you don't even recognize yourself, that you are completely changing yourself from head to toe, or you are becoming the people pleaser yourself, then let's not try and do that. All right? Otherwise, it's going to end up in disappointment. You're going to lose your heart. You're going to lose your essence in that process, the one you worked hard for to achieve, right? That could also be the case. For some of you, yes. The Empress, the Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, don't let anybody take away from you, from your goodness. Don't discount yourself as well. I mean, keep your standards. Don't be too harsh on the labels. Don't be too harsh on the resume. But also, P.S., don't allow anybody to take from you what they can't give to you. And there are going to be competitors here. But I feel like there's one person that's going to compete for your attention here, and they want a relationship with you. They want you to break away from your independence here. I feel like that. You're gonna meet a match here, so to speak. But that depends on you whether you want to entertain them or not, whether you want to have something here with them or not. That's going to depend on you. But I feel like there's somebody who would like to be in a relationship with you here. Somebody who's of equal stature and they are decided that this is what they want. They have defined the kind of relationship that they want with you. Again, that's a defined relationship, whatever that is. It might be a commitment, friends with benefits, I don't know, but they are decided on that. Ask them, they'll make you know. And they are telling me that they see you as the Empress as well, so which means that it's a good thing. They recognize you as the Empress. We How many decks did we use? Okay, so we used 4 decks and we got 3 Empresses. So you're a very strong Empress energy, honey. I need you to honor that. All right. So that's all I have for you. I hope this helped, Cancerians, and take care.